Well, howdy folks, it's Matthew, your friendly neighborhood technician here, making another video for you out of Boise, Idaho. What we're looking at is a 2000 Dodge Durango SLT 4x4. Okay, so the complaint on this Dodge Durango is that from the left front tire, there's a noise, possibly ball joints or a bad wheel bearing. And just to kind of fill you in on how you can tell the difference. Now, the noise that comes out of this vehicle from the left front driver's side wheel is actually a womp 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 noise. It's not a popping noise, it's literally a womp 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 womp. Now, the womp 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 noise actually will change depending upon how fast you're going, how slow you're going, and whether or not you're on a curve or a turn or something like that. So ball joints, when they go bad, they normally make a popping noise, and you can normally hear it as you're turning, it'll pop, or you can hear it as you're going over bumps. Wheel bearings will make a womp 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 noise. And the interesting thing that you want to pay attention to when you're listening to it is, does the noise get faster as you drive faster? Does the noise get slower as you drive slower? And does the noise change pitch or change at all as you're turning around curves and stuff like that? So the faster you're going, does it go womp, 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 womp? And as you're slowing down, does it then turn into a womp, 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 womp? That, if it does, that's a good indication that your bearings are shot and your wheel bearing there, and that they're grinding. And since bearings are constantly turning, based on the speed of the vehicle, then the noise is going to change. So once you've kind of determined that, the best thing to do next is to go ahead and lift the vehicle up and literally just slap the tire around. Now watch this. You see how that tire moves? Watch. You see how I can just push and that tire moves the way it does? Let me see if I can set you down here stationary. Accidentally hit a button there, I apologize. Alright, so let me see if I set you down here stationary. And watch what happens when I grab this tire. You see how that tire moves? You hear that noise? That whole tire moves all around like that, alright? Another thing that you can do is you can get back here while you're moving that tire around. Identify your ball joints. So here's your upper ball joint. And here's your lower ball joint, okay? And what you can do is go ahead and slap that tire around again, okay? And again, it's kind of hard for me to do now laying down, but the tire moves, but it doesn't pivot on the ball joint. So honestly, these ball joints are not bad. What we're looking at is a bad wheel bearing. And that's a good indicator and a good way to figure that out. So just once again, just to show you here, grab your tire, wiggle that sucker all around. So let's go ahead and get this tire off and see what it is that we're dealing with. Let me pause it just for a second while I go set my air compressor. All right, I'm back. Now, for safety reasons, whenever you take a tire off of a vehicle that you have jacked up, throw that tire underneath the vehicle. Okay, that rim will bear the weight of the vehicle, and it's much easier to replace a rim than it is anything else. Alrighty then. Now that we're in here, we can go a little bit further. We can see back here. If I grab the wheel hub here, okay, you see that play in there? See that? Okay, that's why this is doing what it's doing. So I'm gonna go ahead and remove this brake and go a little bit further into this. All right, now for Dodge, you're gonna want a hex head combination. I keep hitting a button here, guys, sorry about that. So, you're gonna want an 8-7 hex head. And that's what you're going to use to get your caliper off of there. You're going to have one on the top. You're going to have one on the bottom. You're also going to have a clip here. Some of them don't always have this clip, some of them do. Have fun getting that thing off. I'll be right back. I'm going to go, well, maybe I don't need to grab a pry bar. Oh boy, that should be it right there. Okay, you set that, just kind of set it up in there for now so don't fall out. Take the rotor off, and at this point you can really see inside of there and see that this wheel bearing is just shot. See that? Look at that. Look at that play in there. Now watch me grab this. And there you have it. So, how do we get this off of here? Very simple. We're gonna have to take this big nut off. Anytime you remove this nut, you wanna put a new one on. Plus you're gonna wanna put a new pin and all that other stuff on. That's for safety reasons. So we'll take the big nut off, okay? And then we're gonna have to get back in here. And if you can see, you've got 1, 2, 3 bolts back in here that you're gonna have to fight off a little bit. All right, even though see that one right there. And once you do that, this wheel bearing will come off. Now it makes more sense to just buy the hub assembly instead of trying to take the extra time to press that thing in and out. You'll save money in the form of labor, because in order to press it in and out, you have to remove it anyways. Then you got to take the time to put it on a press and press the wheel bearing in and out, when you can just buy a whole new hub assembly for pretty much the same cost or even a little less, because you end up saving the money and labor. So there you go, folks. You see all that play in there? That's how you diagnose and check for a bad wheel bearing. So I'll get a hold of the owner in the morning and let her know how much it's going to cost to replace the wheel bearing, and we'll go from there. Well, everybody, this is Matthew, your friendly neighborhood technician. I really enjoy you guys coming and hanging out with me, watching my videos. If you have any questions, shoot them to me in the comments. You can also find my email on the YouTube About tab there, so shoot me an email. I've been known to trade emails with people. I've been known to talk to people over the phone and walk you through procedures. Anything I can do to help you out. Also, please like, subscribe, and share the knowledge. Thank you for your support. I am signing off.